Let's begin this 15-minute seated yoga flow together. You can start by setting up your position. Find any straight back chair, preferably one without arms, and bring it right against the wall so that when you sit in the chair and lean back, you can feel your head resting against the wall. Now notice your feet. If your feet aren't firmly planted on the floor, you might want to bring something underneath the feet so that you can press them into something sturdy. So I'm going to use this meditation cushion. If you don't have a meditation cushion, you can use a footstool or you can use a stack of towels, something that will feel a little bit sturdy under the feet. And then start to set up your seated posture. You can inhale, roll the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, release them down your back and just notice your breath. So throughout our practice together, I'm going to give you some suggestions of ways to move your body, ways to modify your breath. But if anything that I say doesn't feel good or it feels like it exacerbates your symptoms, you can just skip it or do something else. And child's pose, our modified child's pose, is always available for you to use during our practice and in your regular life. So let's try that first. You'll let your back rest against the back of the chair and let the hands rest on either your knees or your thighs. Feel a little bit long through the spine and then just let the head bow forward. Modified child's pose. Maybe the eyelids close, or maybe they stay fluttered open, looking at a spot on the floor, maybe 3 or 4 feet in front of where your feet are resting. You can breathe in and out. You can stay here as long as you like, or if you're ready to move, you can inhale, find lots of length through the spine. Exhale, release the shoulders down your back again, and then place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. We'll start to engage your belly breath. You'll inhale through the nose, feel that bottom hand lift up away, filling the belly with breath. And then exhale, belly comes in towards the spine. Breathing in and out. They don't have to be big breaths. And maybe you work towards making the inhale and the exhale equal length. So breathing in for 1, 2, and exhale for 1, 2. Breathe in and out. Focusing the movement of breath in the belly. One more time, breathing in and out. You can release your hands away from your belly and your heart and just rest in stillness, noticing if there's any changes already happening in the quality of your thoughts, in the way that your body feels. Now we'll start to flow. You can inhale, find lots of length through the spine. Exhale, release your shoulders down your back. On this next breath in, you're going to sweep both arms up overhead, breathing in. And exhale, draw the hands to the heart. We'll do that again, inhaling, sweeping the arms up, maybe keeping the gaze straight ahead. And exhale, draw hands to heart center. One more breath, just like that, inhaling, reaching the arms up overhead. And exhale, drawing the hands to the heart. You can release the hands back down towards your lap, reach the crown of the head up towards the sky. And then exhale, drop your right ear over towards your right shoulder. So stretching the whole side of your neck. Breathing in. Exhale. You can stay right here. Maybe this is a pretty strong sensation in the side of the neck, but if you're looking for other little modifications to use, you can think of drawing the shoulder blades together down your back, maybe turning the chin slightly up and down, just a tiny bit, breathing in and exhale. Next inhale, gently, slowly brings your head back up to neutral. And exhale, stay in stillness. We'll drop the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. So probably your left ear to your left shoulder, just letting that head hang, breathing in and letting it go. And staying right here in stillness, or drawing the shoulders together, turning the head, noticing where you feel different sensation when you turn your head slightly. Breathing in, exhaling, and then inhale, lift the head right back up to neutral, slowly, easily, and come back to stillness. From here, we'll turn this into a twist. So you can start to turn your chest towards the left, towards the right side of the room. Maybe letting the gaze come along for the ride, or maybe keeping it in one spot, depending on if you get dizzy or not. And you can take that left hand and put it on the outside of your right knee. You can stay right here, or you can take your other hand and place it on the back of the chair, using that to twist a little bit deeper. Breathing in. Exhale. And again, gaze can stay right where it is, or it can turn towards the back of the room, going gently, slowly. Breathing in. And then exhale, you can unwind yourself back to center. Take a breath in and sigh it out. And we'll start to twist the opposite way. So again, keeping the gaze right where it is, or slowly turning it towards the left side of the room. Take that right hand, put it on the outside of your knee, and use that to twist a little deeper. Again, noticing where the gaze wants to land, staying right there, or gently turning the head towards the back of the room, breathing in. Exhale. Another breath in, maybe adding that opposite hand to spin you a little bit deeper. And then exhale, come back to center. Noticing how both sides of the waist feel. Maybe you have some sensation in the neck. Breathing in. Exhale. From here, we'll take some seated cat-cow. So you can slide your hips forward in your chair. And on the inhale, you'll draw your heart forward towards the front of the room. Shoulders draw together towards the back of the room. And exhale, round out the spine. Gaze can stay right where it is. Or on this next one, if it feels okay, you can add the gaze in. So inhaling, drawing the heart forward, and then you decide if it feels okay to lift the head, maybe not. And exhale, gently draw gaze back to neutral and round out the spine. Maybe you point the gaze down towards the floor, right between the feet. We'll do that one more time, either keeping the gaze right where it is or lifting it as you draw the heart forward. And exhale, rounding out the spine. Inhale, come back up to neutral. And exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. What do you feel now? What do you feel in your neck, in your torso, in your hips? Just noticing, breathing in and out. So this is a modified sun salutation. We're going to link a few movements together. So you can inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, draw them to your heart. and release them down onto your knees. Inhale, reach your heart forward. So this is a modified plank pose. Gaze down towards the earth. And then inhale, lift the heart a little bit. Baby cobra. Exhale, come back to that modified plank, feeling the muscles working in your core. And then inhale, come back up to neutral spine. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, draw hands to heart center and release them back down onto your lap. Now let's pay extra attention to the lower half of the body. So from here, you can decide if it still feels good to have the feet on that bolster. Maybe it's a good time to move it away and slide the hips forward in your chair. So you're on the front half of your chair. You can feel the points in your hips that are supported by your chair, and then the parts of your legs that are not. Just notice that. Breathing in. Exhale. From there, you can draw your right knee into your chest, giving it a little squeeze. And eventually, we're going to take that right ankle and cross it over onto the knee. Keeping a little action in that bottom of the right foot and still pressing firmly into the earth, into the ground with your left foot. You can breathe in. Exhale. Where do you feel this sensation the most? If you'd like to deepen this stretch, you can take your right hand and gently press it into your right knee, breathing in, maybe letting the eyes closed. Exhale, letting it go. Enjoying this last breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. And from here, you can release any pressing against that knee, draw the knee back into your chest, and release it down on the mat. Notice both sides of your hips. Do you notice any difference here? And then you'll start to bring your attention into that right foot, pressing firmly on the earth. Really feel it on the ground, and draw your left knee into your chest. Breathing in. Exhale. And you can gently cross that ankle over knee on this side. Does this side feel any different from the other side? It might. That's very normal to have one side be tighter or looser than the other. And again, keep a little active through that bottom of the left foot, and then you'll use your left hand to press into that knee if you want to deepen the stretch. Breathing in. Exhale, sigh it out. See if you can think of sending the breath into the spaces where you feel the most sensation in this stretch. Breathing in. Exhale. And from here, you can release the hand, draw the knee back into your chest, and land both feet side by side, planting them into the floor. Now, if you'd like, you can bring that bolster right back underneath your feet. And we'll set up for this final flow. We'll start to wind down for the final phase of this practice together, maybe the most important part, our final resting pose. Seeing if you're ready to come to stillness. For our final resting pose, you'll release your back against the wall behind you. See if you can feel your head supported by the wall and your back supported by the back of the chair. And find a place for your hands. So maybe resting palms face up on your knees or at the crease of your hips. Take a breath in and exhale, sigh it out. You can notice your breathing here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Bring your attention to the muscles of the face, See if there's anything you can notice here. Maybe you can let go of a little bit more facial expression. Maybe you can let go of tension in the shoulders, the hips, noticing what is here for you. Rest deeply, Shavasana. And just like in all of our other formal meditation practices, you might notice thoughts popping into your mind. You can always just let them pass you by. Coming back to the sensation of the seat resting in your chair, of this stillness. You can start to bring yourself back to life, wiggling the toes, the fingers, touching each fingertip to your thumb. Maybe roll the wrists around. And you'll start to come back to that upright seated posture, maybe keeping the eyes closed or soft the whole way. You can inhale, draw your hands to your heart. Keep the lift of your heart as you bow your head. Then maybe flutter the eyes open so the fingertips are the first thing that you see. You can lift your gaze. Thank you for sharing your practice with me.